Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about the technical difficulties with the audio. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get back to the ES. We're just sitting here in this level, not doing much. Waiting for this breakout to get up to this 40 area. Let me turn up my mic volume. Is that better? How's that? I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Okay, let's get back into what we were doing before we had this audio difficulty. Let's see here. Bonds sitting back up here. Again, it's a weekday. We're banking on the fact that it's going to stay weak and we're going to head back towards the lows, especially with the markets up. Um, we're in a weird market environment. We've talked about that all morning, where you have bonds down, stocks down, bonds up, stocks up. You don't typically see this. Got gold slightly up as well. Let's flip over to Apple. We're up $1.20 in Apple today. We have some positions on again. VIX down at the lows, towards the lows. Interest rates still up on the day. They're sitting sideways basing right now. We're coming up into the 9 o'clock hour. Typically the slow period from about 8:30 sometimes. Goes until 9, gets up till 9 maybe. From 9 to 10 it's usually slow. Let us throw this on. There we go. Okay. Let's see. If you guys hear me talking and not seeing anything moving on the screen, I have 4 monitors, so I got other things going on. Different things that we're looking at, different setups, different markets. And so if you hear me talking and you don't see anything moving, I'm doing something on the other screen. Yeah, it looks like it wants to break out. Especially if we start to base, in which we've done on the lower time frame, we're starting to base, and now we're going to break out to the upside potentially. Let's see here. We got some non-related market news. Looks like Chris Paul from the Clippers just got traded to the Rockets for a bunch of stuff. All right, we're basing. We're probably going to break out to the upside, so we'll keep an eye on that. We have a shorting opportunity up above at 39.50. All right, let's see here. This is the net gas opportunity. We have a short and a long coming up. We got our alerts on it. Let's move back to the equity indices. Let's take a look at the NQ. We got a 240-minute chart up right now. We had this level marked off, and it actually hit overnight. It's 40 to 29, and what a move. About 80 points off those lows for a nice long opportunity. Below these lows from last week, right into this trap for a long opportunity. Happened overnight. We didn't get it, but we had the area identified. That happens a lot. You're going to have a ton of trade ideas, and depending on your account size and how you trade, you know, you're not going to get every opportunity. You're not going to be in every opportunity. You're not going to see every opportunity, but that's part of trading. You want to utilize your alerts to the best of your ability, whether that's getting emails, getting noises on the desktop. The best alerts that we have, or that I can think of, are our trade alerts. So whenever we get into a market or a trade, our members get that information right away and can act on that opportunity. Okay, we're getting a pop-up in equities. We just got taken out of our SPX position. Let's see here. Oh no, we didn't get out. We got something else filled. We had another spread on that we had taken off for 20 cents. Okay. This order is at 15. If we get a further push up, we'll get executed. NASDAQ on that bigger time frame, there was a small opportunity. Right up in here at the 57.80. Really small, but price had a nice strong move away from it. And so we'll keep that in mind as the NASDAQ goes straight up. We're going to have to get through this first. head back to the ES. Ooh, a couple points away. Are we getting that breakout? Yes, we are. Let's get a little higher up to our level. Where is that? 39.50. It's right in there. It's on the 15-minute chart. We're going to keep an eye on the 60. So we cleared these supply levels in here. Didn't get much reaction out of this area. Once we start basing, you can look for the move to keep going. But we have a nice drop out of this area. Big drop, consolidation, and drop again right above these highs from yesterday in the overnight. And so we're going to see if we can get a little push up further and get filled for a short. We had a long opportunity this morning on the ES. Occurred overnight, just like the NQ trade. But came down into our, there's a lot of lines in here, I know. Right into our zone of 1350 to 409. We were hoping it got into the level a little bit deeper. It did not. It just skimmed the top and rocketed out of there. Okay, so we got to push up into this level. Still not quite up there yet. Take a look at our bond trade. This looks like this may turn into a more than a day trade based on price action. It looks kind of slow at the moment. Not really reacting to this level. It did initially, but now we're just sitting here. We gotta watch for that basing. If we start basing sideways, may want to get out, but we'll keep an eye on it. Crude, let's get down to the 15-minute chart. No real opportunities on crude oil. We needed to get lower or we needed to get higher. Right now we're just sitting in the middle. Scroll to the left. We cleared this. And now we ran into this little speed bump right here. I'd like to see us get back up to this level. Like I said, not much going on in crude after that report. Let's go back up to the higher time frame. S&Ps stalling out. Didn't get up to our level. hit 10 on the VIX. Could see a bounce from the on the VIX out of this area. Just hit 10.1. And let's see here. The SPX is pulling back a little bit on the 5-minute. There we go. Now we're going to push up. A rally back in tech stocks. Google still down. What are banks doing today? Let's see. Nvidia's up again. Let's start with Goldman. Recently came into a nice demand area. A 60-minute, past couple days, and shot back up. 240-minute. Up about 1% on the day. What else we got? Good old Deutsche Bank. Let's see what's going on with them. They look like they were getting ready to head back down to a 15 handle, and they've recovered a couple bucks. Coming up right into supply zone. Citigroup. All the banks are up about 1.5%. Citigroup is up. Citigroup at all-time highs? No. Recent highs. That's what a stock split looks like. Let's see. Let's go to JP Morgan. Yeah, breaking out of this recent congestion pattern, really. Did we get above it? We did. We have some supply levels above that we have to be cautious of. Let's take a look at the high yield ETFs. They look like the market, they like the market, looked like they were going to fall off a cliff. But yeah, we had a nice bounce out of the 87.50 area, and we're up again. Same thing for J&K. Another ETF we look at. There's TLT. Few down days in TLT after putting in this, what would you classic technicians call this? A shooting star candle, right? And it did provide some selling pressure and a little bit of a pullback. Bouncing off the MAs now. We're going to see who wins that battle. But we know where our money's at right now. That's to the short side. S&Ps did not get up there yet. We have our orders in, so we're just going to leave this as is. Crude not doing much. Gold sitting flat. It's 9 o'clock. Here comes the slow period. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Stalling out a little bit. We'll wait a few more minutes to see what's going on with the equity markets, and then we'll probably shut it down and get back on tomorrow morning. Pre-market prep, uh, pre-market trade ideas, get ready for the open, go through trades we took today, and have another shot at making money tomorrow. Let's look at some of the currencies before we get out of here. Had some big moves in the pound, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Broke out above these highs, filled this gap. Wow, this thing has really moved right up into a little supply zone. Came off of this demand zone, which is a nice level. Just hit it and took off. Now if we have some further upside in this market, we have a potential buying opportunity down in here to get long and participate in that further up move. Have to see quite the reversal from today's action to get in down there, but we'll keep an eye on it. The pound right up into the supply zone that we were looking at for shorts. We actually bought some puts on FXE up in this level. And you can see it fell from about $1.30 down to $1.26 for a nice trade on the British pound. This is on a daily, so this took some time. What else do we got in terms of currencies? Aussie dollar's up big. A lot of Forex and currency traders out there. I'm sure they're having a good day today. Coming up right into this gap up at 77 on the Aussie. We've still got to clear some overhead. This moved out of this demand zone right here and had a nice move up. These are daily levels. We're looking at high time frames. Let's look at the euro. Euro's popped up as well. Euro's not as clean as the other currencies, but you can trade the euro almost inversely to the dollar. So if you don't have the dollar feed or access to dollar data, you can trade the euro. A big portion of the dollar index is made up of the euro, so it's just reverse. Yeah, if we can clear this overhead in the euro, you're going to see this thing head back up towards the 126, 128 area. But we still have quite a bit of overhead supply to get through. This is on the weekly. Daily, we have a demand zone back at the 112 area. For long to get back into this trend, there's a little speed bump over here, right above it. You could potentially just take this whole zone and make that your buying opportunity. Or what we like to do as well is split the difference between the two levels. If you get filled, you get filled. If you don't, you don't. Sometimes the setup is too big in terms of a stop loss, even for a one lot. So this is one way that you can get around that, is by drawing a line down the middle, taking the, let's say, 50% line in this zone. You can put it below the low of this top level, put your entry right there. If you want to be ultra conservative, put it at the big round number of 112. A couple different ways to get into this if we get a pullback into this level. Okay, let's take a look at the indices real quick. Mr. Dow is on his way up to new highs. It's just a matter of time before we get up there. This big drop right here. That big drop came out of this little area up here, this little rollover. Once we clear this, this should not be a problem. Should get above 21.5. Let's go to the NQ. Next week, actually, it just reminded me of looking at the watch list. We got the Russell coming back to the CME starting July 1st. Russell 2000 contract. And so we're going to be able to trade that. We haven't been trading that really on TradeStation. The data feed is ridiculous just for that particular product. Other brokers have it, had it, and then even TD Ameritrade had to take it off their tradable list because they didn't want to pay the data feeds. And so they're just waiting, like we are, until the Russell comes back to the CME, where it rightfully belongs. And so we'll talk about that next week. and get into trading the Russell as well. The 240, let's go down to the 60 real quick. Alright, looks like we're pushing up on the NQ. Should be doing the same thing on the S&Ps. Yes, we are. We have our order in at 39.50. Bonds are still sitting there. Got some levels up on Nvidia that look interesting. A little higher than where we're at, so I'm not going to bother with it. We're trying to get a push up further into this supply zone so we can get short. Alright guys, I think we're going to take off. Not much is happening right now. The opportunities have come and gone. We're waiting for a few others to hit. If they do, great. We'll go over those tomorrow in the recap. Also look out for the recap on the website for our members, daily recap of today's trading. If you haven't checked out our site, head over to simplyderivative.com and check out different options that we have for our members. We got trade alerts, we got the live trading room, what you're seeing right now, and also our mentorship program, where we're taking a select few group of members and trying to turn them into consistently profitable traders in about a year. And so that's what we got going on. Check us out, simplyderivative.com. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow bright and early, right around 6:15 Pacific Standard Time. We'll go through the markets, we'll prep, we'll get some trade ideas out, and we'll get ready for tomorrow's trading. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys found this useful. Had some good trades this morning on bonds and the ES. Waiting for those opportunities, and we'll go over it tomorrow. Happy trading, and take care.